we're back to Final Fantasy 2. It's been about a good week since I posted the last episode of this, and now a week later, I'm trying to get this up. Maybe tonight. Seems realistic. I can probably do that. But in this part, we're gonna go after Semitt Falls. Yeah, so we're gonna go after that. We gotta find the mithril in there. Doing post-comedy for this. So excuse me if I don't just remember everything going on. I swear the price went up in this inn. I went out, I literally was broke after I bought everything, because I spent a while grinding before this, and I had a lot of money, so I went in to buy a couple spells to equip Guy with, equip Fearon with, and so forth. And I had no money left when I tried to go sleep at the inn, so I had to go back out and do a couple more battles so I could get money just to lay my head down someplace. There doesn't seem to be anything really new there. I do put Battle Axe on Guy. That's the only reasonable upgrade that I could purchase from that place. And then I'm already decked out in all the bronze stuff, so I'm good on that. So I'm just trying to get all of my shit together before I go into this cavern. This Joseph's house. He's if I remember correctly, he's a pretty big part of what's going on in the story. Not yet though, but coming up. So we get to meet him for the first time. Ask him where the mithril is. And he points us to Semitt Falls. So I'll be covering the entirety of Semitt Falls, the entire dungeon and the boss. It's all gonna be in this episode. So by the end of this episode, we will have mithril, and he's kind of a jerk. He's kind of a dick. Not really sure I want him. He joins your party. Spoilers. He joins your party. Later on, that's why he's a big addition. I said he was a big addition to the story. Getting into a couple fights. I want to save magic, because Maria and Minwu has a lot, but the other guys don't have much magic. So I kind of want to just do basic normal attacks. So I don't really have to. So I don't run into any problems when I go into the dungeon. Basically, all the monsters around here, at this stage of where I am right now, I could take them out pretty easily with just normal attacks. I did do, now that I recall, I did actually do, when I was doing my grinding, I was hitting, I would use Fearon to hit Maria, or I would basically be hitting Maria a lot because I really wanted her HP to go up. So Guy would attack her, she was just getting it from all angles pretty much. Minwu, I had attack Fearon. That's kind of how you have to level up in this game. That's what it comes to, is attacking your own party members just to get experience. But I did get a good deal from that. Maria's HP went up a lot. Rise HP up, like all of their HP like went up a lot. I'm not really like too worried about Minwu, obviously, because if I remember, he's not around that long. So I'm not like really worried about trading up his skills. He's already good enough anyway. He's already way too OP. Fuck that guy. Our first battle in the cave. It's a bunch of goblins, a bunch of trolls, bridge trolls. Like shit, they all go down. Everything's pretty easy. I didn't really have that much of a problem until I got to the end. Until I get to the end, that's kind of when I, and it wasn't even like that big a deal. It's just that like I do, use maybe just a little bit too much magic. So like when we get to the final boss, like like Maria, I have to rely on Rise like shit ass fire spell because Maria's like all tapped out. So don't get angry when you're watching Maria. Just like I do get through it. All right, I do get through it. Spoilers, but I get through it. It's not really just a big deal. It's not really a big deal. It just took longer to defeat the boss. I'll take it with whatever way I can get it. Yeah, fuck you guys. I love seeing those HP increases. I'm also trying to get as much treasures as the items and stuff scattered about as possible. I don't know if I get everything in here or not, but like I get what I see, and I do go out of my way a couple times to grab those chests. I mean, it wasn't a very big place in the first. I believe it's the first dungeon anyway. It's not terribly big, so it wasn't really hard for me to go out of my way for them. And the encounters weren't that hard. There were just a lot of encounters. Like, you see, I'm taking like just a couple steps, and I'm getting new ones. Those green guys, those green bomb guys, like I was really cautious around them this first battle. And then afterwards, I just like slaughter them. But I'm real cautious because, they look like the ones from, later games. And in the later games, like 10 and stuff, they explode. So I have like Minwu cast barrier in case like they do explode, but then they just like they go down in a hit, and it's not something I really have to worry about. It turns out it's not something I have to worry about. I don't know if they do have a special attack or anything. I never gave them a chance. I just struck them down ASAP. So I don't know if they do have like a special self-destruct attack. And this chest, eye drops. We got eye drops. These guys are a little bit of a pain in the ass because, as I found out, exactly they're immune to, pretty much immune, I'd say like 99% immune to physical attacks. And this, like, encounters with them is pretty much what drains my magic. Gonna cure everybody because I'm a good guy. I guess it's kind of stupid for me to be using like higher level stuff to take take out the slimes. But like, I'm going in here thinking like, oh no, everything's gonna kill me. Like every battle I get into, like I'm gonna die or whatever. But so like I go after like the max attack, and it turns out like they're nothing. They're just like the guys on the world map pretty much, except with different colors, different names. Potion. So even here I'm like ambushed and 0, 0, 0. If they do hit me, it's a 0 across the board. I'm liking where I'm at. I do think I'm in a pretty good position as far as training goes. I don't know if there's like a big difficulty spike in this game. I either did not get that far into it to see, or I just don't remember, but... Oh man, and there's a treasure chest all the way over there that I have to... Like, my OCD makes me go get it. These rooms just like have incredibly high encounter rates, so if you go into the wrong door, luckily the first door I went into was right, but these ones, like, like you go in there, you're gonna fight like some pretty high level guys, so just be prepared for that. And here I am, just kind of like taking the safest way I can and just nailing everyone with magic power that I don't have. Because like these situations always scare me. Maria's MP is like really low for my like main magic user. She's outside Minra, like out of the three, Kieran, Maria, and Guy, like she's my main magic person, and like her magic's really low. I didn't really notice that until I got to this dungeon. I guess I have to make her use more magic. I mean, that would be the only way I could think to increase her points, is to just make her do more magic. So that's something I'm going to take into account like the next time I record. I know I said I would be doing this like at least 3 times a week, but like just so many other things like got in the way, and I didn't really have time. I kind of put this on the back burner. Even though I do like the response I'm getting for the series, I just, decided that this was the one I was going to put on the back burner. But I do want to, like, I want to make this more consistent than just once a week. I do, like, maybe I'm not going to, like, go, like, crazy. Maybe next week, this coming week, I will try to do 2 a week. And if I do more, then great. I do more. But yeah, I know I said, like, every other day, 3 times a week. I said every other day, then I put it down to 3 times a week, and now, I'm getting it out pretty much like once a week. I know I said all that, and, sorry, but just like, so many things get in the way. So many things you don't anticipate. So many other projects, like, outside of YouTube. I still have to work, make money, and I'm not really making that much off of this yet. I'm hopeful. I'm looking forward to what the future has in store here. I'm having fun doing it. Every time I pick up Final Fantasy II, like, I just I have so much fun with it. I don't know how long that's gonna last, but right now I'm pretty into the game. But I love like being able to pick up these games, like playing them for you guys. video games were like definitely a sector of my life, like a part of my life that I've neglected for a while now. You know, it was pretty much ever since like I became a grown up, and like this is just my way of getting back into them, and I'm like having so much fun revisiting all these games, like checking out the new games that are coming out, like going back and like playing the ones that I missed. That's why I'm really trying to record footage for like just singular video, like gameplays, like each video just with a different video game, and just like a standalone video for each. I keep getting myself into these like encounter rings, these high encounter rings. Not a big deal though, because it all buffs out. But yeah, like I just want to like do one episode based around like one game. Like I want to get a couple of those out, because there are some games on my Steam that I'm like really dying to get into, and they're like older. They're not like old games, but they're, you know, from like a couple of years ago, like maybe 5 to 10 years ago. Most of them would be. So that's something I'm really excited about doing. I just like the convenience and just the casualness of just like playing a game and then putting it down, and, you know, not having to revisit it for a while. Because I believe like this way, keeping it as casual as possible is the way to go. Like casual is appealing to people. I don't like ever want to be super serious about anything. So games I'm thinking would be like Sonic. I really want to play Sonic Adventure for the channel, mostly because like I've really been dying to go back to it for a while now. I don't know why. It's like an itch that started like maybe a good 2 months ago, like a long while, so I picked it up on Steam. I picked up Sonic Adventure, the director's cut, and I picked up Sonic Adventure 2, and so like they're like, I don't think it's worth just doing an entire playthrough of. I think like it's just worth like maybe one sitting, one recording session, chop it up, just record the whole way through, and then like maybe chop it up like into highlights of you know, and then putting that all into a video, one maybe 10, 12, 15 minute video. That seems to be a good video length for, you know, that's what I'm usually going for videos, is 12, 15 minutes, outside of this series, of course, which is like each part is around 30 minutes, if not like a little bit above 30 minutes. I believe this part clocks in at around 33 minutes. But like, it's not like even like really a good use of my time to spend all this, you know, playing one game, and then editing through it just for one video. Like, it's not from like all the guys who like I used to do SEOs with would totally like be looking at me like, what the fuck are you doing? Because it's not like a good use of your time. Like, obviously with SEO just starting out and everything, you want to put as much out as possible, but like you want to be doing video after video after video. But like I don't want to do that. Like I want my content, I want to have quality stuff. Like I want to be able to like look at stuff on my channel or like on my website, my blog, and like be like, wow, you know, I'm proud of that, because like that was the best I could do at the time. You know, that's my best work. there's Paul the thief. Apparently he's not a very good thief because he gets captured, and then they just all decide to leave anyway. So what's the point of sticking around? Like, what was the point of even being captured if they could just leave? But yeah, I want to just make quality stuff. I want to be like able to look at every single thing I have and be proud of it. Working in, because that's where I come from. I have a background in a lot of marketing. I have a background, obviously, or I have a writing background. And at some point in the road, the writing turned into internet marketing, mostly SEO stuff type things, and like the whole I don't even know if it's an industry, you would call it an industry or what, but the whole thing is like so soulless. It's so like it's so robotic, and in that there's a set procedure for everything. It's quality over quantity over quality. They're not looking for like free thinking, like artistic, creative individuals. They just want someone who can, put out all this shit. All the shit, like they want the fastest people, really. And I couldn't do it for so long. I did it for a couple months, but I couldn't do it as long because, like, I got burned out relatively quickly. I don't understand how the guys I worked with, were able to do it so consistently, but I was burned out, within a couple months. I can't do something like that. It's not only like just repetitive, mentally, it's like the soulless aspect of it, like thinking to myself, like, what am I doing? I'm just polluting the internet with bullshit, bullshit articles, bullshit videos. I don't really believe anything I'm doing. So that's why I want to do this. That's why this is important to me, because I get to like actually do good stuff. I get to do good work. That's a little Ryan story time. I wasn't expecting to go into all that, but it just sounded right. Sounded good. I hope so. I hope it sounded good. So that's just like a little bit about where I'm coming from professionally. I'm not even about that kind of lifestyle, though, the professional lifestyle. Like, I'd just rather sit home and make videos, instead of like shaking hands with people, putting on the suit every day. Like, I'm not like, I keep it casual. Like, I hate people who are, I'm really into what I do, obviously, but I hate people who are just like only what they do. Like, they go into the office and that's who they are. They don't have a personality outside that. And I've known like so many people like that. And they leave at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and they're just like, they're just like, they don't know what to do with themselves because they're not working. See, now Maria's magic power is pretty low, so I have to rely on Furion, and that's what I have to rely on pretty much through the entire boss battle. There are 2 bosses in here. There's a mini boss who's coming up in that chest right there. And both of them like are just like nope to physical attacks. Like they're just like 0 damage. Teleport tongue, which is like really useful, I think, for getting out of dungeons and just getting out of tight spots. If I just go all out on this guy, like, you'll be lucky to get that much. You'll be lucky to, you know, deal eight things of damage to him. And I just want to beat this guy. So, but I want to like keep Maria in reserve. So I'm just hitting, doing fire one, and it only costs 1 MP. So why not? Little do I know that in the actual boss fight that's coming up, Maria is going to like pull off one attack and then be completely useless. I know I'm spoiling it. Like I'm just really not good at keeping a secret. Sorry about that. They do like a little bit of damage to him in the beginning of the battle, and then like just the rest of the battle, it's like 0, 0, 0. Not even the magic, the spells that I'm doing even do that much to him. This is ridiculous. I mean, how are you supposed to... Ethers cost, I think, like 1,000 gil. There we go. Oh. There's a little bit of, like something must have popped up and paused it for a bit. But there's like... Ethers and hounds are like 1,000 gil. And I looked, and I didn't have an ether on me at this time, so I'm kind of like panicking a bit before I get to this boss, because I don't have I don't think I have enough magic to get through him. I think even at one point I looked through all of Minwa's spells. And, you know, to see if he has anything that heals magic. But I don't think there's anything like that in any Final Fantasy game. Could be wrong, though. I know there's, like you could steal magic from enemies. And I think Minwa does have a spell that does that, but, like, it's Minwa, like, it doesn't help. It doesn't help Maria. I think it would have been cool if he had something that would let him transfer his magic to other people, his immense magical powers. This guy's a prick. You're gonna have my mithril blade through your heart. And he hurts. He does do quite a bit of damage. That's the only spell Maria's gonna pull off. No, I think she does 2 of them. To be fair, I think she does 2 of them. It's pretty much Rai doing 20 points of damage the entire battle. I'm sorry, this is not a very exciting battle. That's why we have commentary, ladies and gentlemen, to make boring things seem not as boring. What's a step up from boring? Meh. Yeah. That would be the step up from boring. So I'm here to turn this boring battle into just a meh battle. Meh battle. That's it. Now she's out. My main mage offensive whatever shit is no more. So now I just have to cast these dinky fire ones on him. Make sure to keep my make sure I keep myself cured and protected, while just making the other characters like waste their turns with physical attacks that do nothing. I hope all bosses in the game aren't like this. I hope some of them do take physical damage. I don't remember though, honestly. That would probably be too easy anyway. See, Guy gets in some pretty good offense. One, zero. Yeah, it's just Rai doing everything. You know, I'll take it though. I'll take it because it's not. He's not hard. Like, he doesn't have like one big power attack. I think that's gonna take me out like in one hit. I got Minwu like healing us every other turn. I've got Rai doing the fire thing. Like, Minwu's got enough magic power to keep us healed. I've got good stock of potions that I bought beforehand. I've got myself like all decked out with like protect and everything, barrier, whatever. So like, I'm not worried at all. It's just like, it's infuriating because it's taking so long. I'm gonna do it. It's just a matter of time. Is this it? Oh, come on. I think in the end he does go down by a physical attack. I could be wrong, but... 0-3. That does hurt. No, that does hurt a bit. Come on. Come on, dick. He's only a sergeant too, like... Where are they? Yeah, look, he got hit by a mace and he died. He's only a sergeant. Like, I wonder what like the lieutenant is like. He must be like super dickish. I got all these level ups, which is awesome. Got the mithril armor, which I immediately throw onto. I mean, almost immediately throw onto Rai. I do throw it on him, so don't. I do, come on. Yeah, look at that. Optimize. Boom. And I'm just gonna teleport my ass out of here, so I don't have to go through all the bullshit. But that about wraps up this video. I'm gonna go record some other shit. I'm gonna get this posted up, and when we come back, we're gonna pay Princess Helen another visit.